Come on. It's fast breaks. Listen. We back with another one.
Fast breaks, yeah, we coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights. Man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands. We run 3-man weeks, Paul, Dre, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan. We got love for the game, we don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break, throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break, throw me the outlet. We on the break, it's fast break. We on the break, it's fast break. Let's go.
My heart is not in the game right now.
On the break, it's fast break.
In this life, you experience the highs of highs and the lows of lows. 2 weeks ago, I had confetti on my head. And today, I have nightmares.
Nightmares. I really don't know what happened.
New York is in an interesting mental space right now, FASTBREAKS family. But more on that later. Tonight, we're going to come at you with quick updates. You know, it's been a busy season so far. A couple storylines are percolating. There are some big overarching conversations about the NBA that need to be discussed, and you know your boys are going to discuss them. We're going to save that for Saturday, but today we're going to tie up some of these loose ends. So if you didn't already know, my name is Ro, the hostess with the mostest. That man right there is Andre. We call the man up in the corner, Alan. The man, and above me is Coach Paul. You know the crew, you know the team, FASTBREAKS family. Can I get an outlet? Outlet!
You gotta get used to that because that's what we're doing this season in 2K too.
I like that.
Actually, we gotta talk about that because apparently Interceptor's on steroids now. So
listen, I'm on that. I just want y'all to understand I'm on that. I literally made Damon Tyrese Maxey in one, but more on that later.
What's your rate? Hold on now, because I'm trying to play tonight. I'm PTO the next 5 days.
I could be with it, bro. I'm at 89. I'm willing to test it.
Y'all,
hey, listen, I'm feeling confident in my dog, bro. I'm willing to test
Alan
it.
Lewis, Paul.
You gotta test it to see where you at. Like you gotta know. Like
I'm ready to go.
All right, I'll say this. I will try and finish the storyline game, like the high school games tonight.
Oh, you didn't even do that yet?
I finished one.
I never do that.
I'm trying.
I haven't done none of them.
I don't care about none of that.
I went straight to the NBA.
Yeah, because y'all only care about the rec. I care about the
That's not true. I like the career too, but I just wanted to get to my season, bro. After they killed your homeboy, I can't do the story no more, bro. Like
what'd you say?
After they killed your homeboy, I can't jack the storyline no more, bro.
That was a Spike Lee
season.
Too much.
It's too much, bro.
That was a minute ago.
Also, no one in the NBA has that backstory. Oh, well, no, that's not true. Some people
do. Some people.
They literally made D Rose this year.
They ain't kill him, but Russ's homie died.
That's a fact.
Yeah. They have D Rose this year, man. They copied D Rose's story.
Oh, is that what's happening?
From Chicago.
So he's a disciple?
I don't know about I don't know if they put that in the game.
Wait, but Paul,
Bro, imagine catching a Rico. Imagine catching a Rico. And
Hey yo,
Ah!
hey yo.
That's crazy.
If I don't know if I'm gonna be the one to tell you this, if you're listening to this right now, you probably already know by the time you listen to this.
yeah,
Lady, children, Thug is free
that's a fact.
today. He's going home today.
Yeah,
Fast break,
I saw that.
breaking news.
Fast break, breaking news.
Thug is
Thug is
coming
free, bro.
home.
Come on.
How that happened, I have no clue.
I could break it down for you, but that's a different podcast that we may need to start.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's a legal podcast. And Paul
Yeah, we might- yeah.
Paul be the voice of the streets.
The voice of the streets is in jail right now.
That's
I'm gonna just say this.
He's out.
I don't think
No. Dirk.
I don't think he's.
Dirk.
I don't think-
Dirk.
Dirk. The voice?
Yeah, they traded Thug for Dirk, but they traded Thug for Dirk.
They did a trade, bro.
They
It's
traded
a
Thug
G
for
League. It's a two-way contract. They did a call up and a send down.
Tell me why I saw someone post the other day. And it was a meme. And it said, Dirk, how long you
The
gonna
G
be
and
in
G League is
for?
for gangster.
No.
Oh,
Tell me why I saw a post the other day. It was a meme, and someone was like, "Dirk, how long you gonna be in for?" And they started playing all my life. No, that's disrespectful. Why? Why, man? Come on. Come on,
that's
you have to
crazy.
do that.
All right,
The
let's.
jokes I've seen about that is I'm not even gonna repeat some
Oh,
of them.
It's really been wild.
Nah.
Well, if we're gonna talk about brothers down bad, I think we need to turn our attention to the East Conference because these days it is really starting to look like the least conference again. I want to pick up a conversation we had. I said I was gonna stay on this thread for this whole season, so you know what city I'm starting in, Wisconsin. What's happening over there in Milwaukee?
They got their boy.
The
Darvin
Bucks are
Ham.
1-3.
They got.
Which
Listen,
makes,
I'll tell you exactly.
hold on. Let me just set it up. The Bucks are
Alright,
1-3, which puts Doc Rivers at 20-25 since he took over the team.
Damn.
After they were 32-13 when Adrian Griffin was coaching. 20-25.
And they got Darvin over there.
I was gonna say, go hard on them dudes. Salute. That's what's happening, bro. That's what's happening.
No, wait.
Yo, do y'all?
Question: Have y'all seen
Don't do y'all
Torian Prince's minutes on the Bucks?
You said what?
Have y'all seen Torian Prince's minutes on the Bucks?
Oh no, he's on the Bucks. I haven't watched a single Bucks game
He's
this
playing 35 minutes a game for the
For
Bucks.
what?
35
God.
minutes.
For what?
Well,
So-
Chris Middleton has been out.
No, he's not.
No.
Well, that's why they have to have a one dreadhead on the court at all times.
So, Alan, all that bail you wanted to shoot Darvin Ham, this man
Bro.
has an affinity for Mr. Prince. 35 minutes a game.
The Fresh
That's
Prince, man.
crazy. That's neck. That's really
What's going
neck.
on? Y'all were the Giannis defenders. Y'all were the Giannis
What
Avengers.
does it got to do with Giannis? He said he's about to
What
bounce.
does it have to do with Giannis?
What does he have to do with the defensive scheme?
You mean the former DPOI?
He's not the coach, guy.
See
Someone
how
go-
you're jumping from excuse to excuse?
Someone go.
What does that have to do with him? What does it have to do with
Let me tell you.
defense? He's not the
Let me tell you
coach.
someone go fix, because this is the same problem they were having to Adrian Griffin. Doc Rivers did not fix it. Not one bit. Here's the realest problem with the Milwaukee Bucks. They done messed up last season when they got rid of Drew Holiday, who was in the summer sessions practicing how to pin block people going to the rim. That's who they needed on this team. They instead went to go get Damian Lillard, who was completely unnecessary. And all their troubles started from there. So I don't know if I can say it's really like there's an organizational problem here, and we're seeing it in front of our eyes. Like Giannis is right if he's like, I don't like what's going on here. I don't like it either.
It's his
This is
doing.
trash.
Wait,
Huh?
can I ask a favor? Could somebody
What?
please inform the audience of the defensive numbers that the Bucks are allowing?
Okay.
Because last year, their biggest issue, although offensively people were like, why aren't they running more pick and roll? Why aren't they? That's cool, but the defensive numbers were not what it was when they had Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
So, and it seemed like they got worse on the Doc. So that's why I think,
Ike.
yeah. I mean, so I want to know, do they have the same issues?
No,
Because that would be
they're allowed
surprising.
119.
119.
Sorry, they're 119 points a game. They're number 23 in the league.
Yeah,
If
you
this
see,
is
there
an
you go.
updated list. then yeah.
See, there you go. They got the same.
No, this is the 24-25 season. They're allowing 109. The worst is Toronto at 124, and they're not far off.
Listen,
the best is Oklahoma City with 94.8.
Well, I'll say this, right? The Bucks, we have to start talking about Dame, man. I keep trying to tell.
That's where I was starting.
Take it there, Paul.
Dame's lack. I said it last year. Dame's lack of defense hurts the Bucks so much that him shooting from 50 doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter because he's just a turnstile. You see, now that I think about it, it kind of reminds me, going back to a conversation me and you had, Pharaoh, about Trae Young. Trae Young is so good offensively, this and that, but then he gives up so much defensively, which ends up with them being 500 in a way. You're good offensively, you're bad defensively.
Here's my thing, though. I think the days of needing your superstars to be two ways in the NBA are over. Again, the last decade has proven that doesn't need to be the case. Again, if your offensive production is at a certain point where you are outpacing what you give up, then that's fine. Trae Young is giving you 30 and 10. Unless he's giving up 35, then he's ultimately a net positive. But if your non-stars are also not defenders, then there's your issue, because that means there are people out there that are giving you literally nothing, because we know no one's helping him on offense. So if there's no one helping him on offense or on defense, that's how you're 500. So I think that's really the issue with the Bucks. They have a bunch of guys that are supposed to be shooters that aren't making shots that also are not defenders. Whereas when they won a championship, they were riddled with two-way players.
Correct.
The only two-way player they have on their roster right now, other than Giannis, obviously, is Bobby Portis.
Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is a two-way.
He's not giving you much on offense these days anymore.
Not anymore. He's getting up there in age. That's the thing too. People
right? So your offensive contribution is just Dame and Giannis going off, and so you have a bunch of guys out there that are not really helping a ton on offense, but they're also not doing anything defensively either.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing, though. Right?
So you can't blame Dame when there are people out there literally like Taurean Prince playing 35 minutes a game, and what is he averaging?
But at that point, then
8 points, 6 rebounds, and 1.8 assists in 35 minutes.
What's his efficiency though?
60%. Yeah, on 8 points, he's making 4 layups a game. I
mean, they're a star dominant team.
Torian?
I know, but I'm saying you got a guy who's playing 35 minutes who's not giving you anything, because Taurean Prince is not going to make an all defensive team. So you're getting 35 minutes of what?
If a role player is efficient, that's all you could ask for, in my opinion. The role players getting shots is on the stars and the coach. But when they get the ball, make your shots.
I'm talking about some kind of productivity, bro.
Yeah, but it's not all.
It's not about score. I'm saying he's out there for 35 minutes doing what? What's your role?
Is that his fault? It could be Doc's
fault.
No,
I agree. I'm not blaming him. I'm saying that is the symptom of the disease of their poor management and coaching. That you have players out there playing the majority of your rotation that are doing nothing. They're just out there running around.
Running around doing nothing.
That's what he's doing. I'm still trying to wrap my head around Taurean Prince getting 35 minutes a game. Like, what's the purpose?
Who else they have though?
You know,
I don't like the Torian slander, man. I don't think he's a scrub or anything.
Let me go see their. Hold on, I want to see the roster construction right now.
He could catch.
He's not a scrub, but he's not a scrub. But being a starter in the league used to mean something. Like, that used to be a category of player. Like, you would say, "Oh, he's decent. He's an all-star. He's like a solid starter in the NBA." Like, that used to be descriptive of something when you were a starting quality player. Torian Prince is a starting small forward in this NBA.
Not in this
league.
So.
Depending on the team,
Not in this.
Depending on the team, yeah. Why not?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Until Chris Middleton comes back, Giannis might have to play the 3, and Bobby Porter's gonna have to start.
I agree. Now that's a coaching move.
Because Torian Prince now, he's been in the game for almost 13 minutes. Boy got 2 points, 1 rebound. What are you doing here?
He's a role player. What do you want him to do? Have 10 points in 30 minutes?
Tell me his role.
13
I'm
points in
actually
30 minutes?
confused. No, I
But
like
that's the problem. That's the problem right there.
Is
You
his
just
role
said
just effort?
you just said
Does he do it off the
13
bat?
minutes. No, but hold on, Paul. That you just pointed out. You just said 13 minutes. Yes, 13 minutes would be a role player. I don't expect much. A starter is a little bit different than just a role player.
Right.
You're a starter.
Not
You're playing.
necessarily-
You're
wait, no,
playing
I gotta-
30
I gotta
minutes.
disagree.
You have to
I
do
gotta
something. You're playing
disagree.
30 minutes.
No, hold on. A role player plays their role. Starters are role players unless they are stars.
Are the starters' roles different than the bench players' roles?
Yes.
Not all of them.
Then you're a bad team.
What?
Then you're a bad team. If
Wait
your
a second. So
starters
you're
have
trying
the
to tell
same
me-
roles as the players on your bench, you suck.
That's not true. That's not necessarily true either. That's not. Look, the way most teams are constructed, you have the go-to players, right?
Sure.
You have the go-to players. You have maybe one specialist who's
got a question.
nice
I got
at
a
what.
great example.
Wait, hold on. Who's nice
No, yeah,
at
finish.
what they do, right? Who's one of the best at what they do, but not a star. And then you'll have 2 other players who are serviceable, just like the role player. You would have players on the bench that could start on that same team, but the coach wants them to be on the bench.
You're picking the high level of yes. It's
Right.
it's one of the two. No, you're right, but it's one of the two. If your bench players have comparable roles when they play to your starters, you're either an absolute elite team or terrible. I'll put it this way. Watch this. Does Michael Porter Jr. have the same role as Christian Braun?
Mm-mm.
But they're both role players, no?
Wait, hold on. I haven't watched the Nuggets this year.
You don't have to. It's been 4 games.
They got Westbrook.
It's been 4 games.
They don't have the same role.
Brother, it's been 4 games.
I was watching them the other night. They don't have.
Does
They don't have
Michael
the same
Porter
role.
Jr. have the same role on the team as Christian Braun?
So who's the go-to player on the Who's the
Why are you
scorer?
not answering my question?
Because I literally can't. I have not watched them.
Okay, Alan, do Michael Porter Jr. and Christian Braun have the same role? Not at all, because one is a starter and plays 35 minutes a game.
But either Braun actually starts this season, but either in their both starting positions,
Reggie
they both have different.
So you see, no, but you see how you gotta change it because it
No,
matters
because he's a
how
starter. No, because he's a starter, so it changed my
Wait,
perspective.
Braun starting this season?
That's
Over who?
informative. That's very informative of what happens
So
to
wait.
the Nuggets.
Who is a
Reggie
go-to scorer
Jackson.
off the bench? Who is a go-to scorer off the bench?
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
I don't think they have a go-to scorer.
Yeah, they don't really have. That's the problem.
They
That's
don't
we won't
have
talk
a
about that at
go-to
different
scorer
time.
off
But
the
it's,
So
bench.
what
it's
does
a-
Russell Westbrook? Does he start?
No,
No, he's
He's off the
off the
bench.
bench, but he's not
So
like
he's
the
a-
go-to scorer.
he's
I mean,
not
that
at
would be
all.
Westbrook then, right?
It's not.
Like by
So what is
default,
he
I
doing?
guess. But
Listen, Russ.
What's he
Russ
doing?
gotta figure some
Running
stuff out.
around, doing nothing. Again,
Yeah, honestly, with all love, and y'all know how I feel about Russ. He's not looking good this season. It's not
he's
looking
running
promising.
around doing. He's coaching up the young boys on the bench. That's
That's
the
a
only
big deal.
highlight. That's
That's
the only
where he
highlight I've
is.
seen of Russell Westbrook this year. Is him coaching up young boys on the bench.
No, I think he had 22 the other night, if I'm not
The
mistaken.
other night he had
he did,
22
he did.
in 21 minutes. He had a really good game. The other games he's had 2 and 9.
Well, I say this: it's so early in the season. We gotta be
But
careful with how
don't
we're.
abstract. You know what I'm trying to say? Do Derek White and Peyton Pritchard have the same role in the Celtics?
No,
Right.
I would have used the Celtics as an
Why
example.
not? Why not?
Because
Why not?
They just won the chip. They're a different echelon of team. When you talk about starters, you have to incorporate the league, the whole league.
No, you're incorporating you. Okay, you know what the problem is? You're not acknowledging that most of the league is mid.
Then
Most
I
of the
would be
league is
right.
mid.
But then I
No.
would be right. You have to if you're
No.
an NBA starter.
No, but that's
But
what my whole point is. NBA starter used to mean something, and I'm saying it doesn't now. People just be
Nah,
starting anybody,
that's not
bro.
always true. That's not always true.
People just
that's
be
not always
starting anybody, bro.
Because they don't have a lot of people. The thing is, it's also been the evolution of the role player too. over the last 10 years. Role players.
Speaking of the devil, sorry to cut you off, but speaking of the devil, Memphis is currently up 70-48 on the Bucks right now as we speak.
No,
As we speak, bro.
70-48. Oh
As
my
we
God.
speak, bro.
Their defense
As we
is
speak,
trash.
bro. Come on,
Get
man.
Doc out of here.
Torian Prince, 15 minutes already,
Honest,
1
man,
of
man,
5.
Trade.
2 minutes. 2
Torian
points.
Prince,
I'm sorry.
15 minutes, 1 of 5, 0 of 3 already. Minus
What's with-
26.
But
What's
John,
Lillard
hold on, hold on,
Minus
hold on,
Lillard
hold on,
doing
wait,
and what is
wait.
Kawhi doing?
I'm
What
sorry,
is
I'm
Lillard
sorry.
and Ja doing? What they doing?
That's exactly what I was gonna go to
Yeah.
because Damian Lillard, 15 minutes, also 2 points. He's a problem
What's his percentage? Field goal percentage.
right now. Hold on,
He's shooting. You know he's a volume shooter though. By the end of the
1
game,
for
he's
8.
gonna have-
He's 12 and a half.
by the end of the game, he's gonna have 20 on like 40
And Ja
shots.
is
Just
busting
really
his ass
quick.
right now.
Wait.
Just
Say that
quick,
again,
quick.
Andre.
So Damian Lillard is 1 for 8 right now, 12 and a half
John's going
percent
crazy.
John
Yeah.
Morant
John's
is
going crazy.
busting his ass right now.
This is
What
what
quarter
I'm
is
trying
it?
to say.
What quarter is it?
This is what
Nah,
I'm trying to
boy,
say.
Well,
It's
I
a
guarantee
problem
you though.
now,
I
man.
guarantee
Ja,
you though.
hold on,
I
I'm
guarantee
sorry,
you
I'm
though.
sorry. Ja's almost got a triple double on him. He's 19.
I guarantee you though. Torian Prince is guarding Ja.
I don't know about
Yeah, I
that.
was gonna
I
say.
guarantee it.
say.
I
don't
don't
think
guarantee it.
Damian-
I guarantee
Damian's
it.
definitely
Someone's
not
getting
guarding
worked.
Ja.
Dame is definitely not guarding
It is.
Ja.
It's definitely
You know what
not.
I
It's
would
definitely not Dame.
Someone's getting worked.
I guarantee you they're
What
hunting.
quarter
me.
is it? What
It's
quarter
third
is
quarter.
I promise
It's
you.
halftime.
they're
No.
hunting.
Those finished
It's
second.
halftime.
It just one's a
They
half.
are
it?
hunting.
It's 74 at halftime. The Bucks defense is trash.
Garbage.
It's because of Dame. I'm telling
That's a
you
fact.
right
I'm
now.
not
Oh, I'm
jacking
sorry,
that,
21,
bro.
8,
I'm
and
not
9.
jacking that, bro.
Ja-
You know I'm not
no.
jacking that because you can hide one bad defender.
Not in
So
this
you're
NBA.
Exactly.
Yes,
Not
you
in
can.
this NBA. Not in
Yes,
this
you
NBA.
can.
You
Not
can.
anymore.
You
Not
can.
anymore. It's
What
over
are you
for that.
talking about?
Teams play 5 out now.
Scottie
How you
Pippen
gonna
Jr.
hide
got
that?
13.
Teams are
The Bucks
switching.
don't.
These are
Oh,
hunting
wait, sorry.
players.
Never mind. Not every team plays fives out. I don't think
That's a
Memphis
fact.
plays
That's
fives
a
out.
fact. Again,
Most
now
of these
you're
teams
using
are
now
spacing
you're
the floor.
using the Celtics as a model, and that's not.
Well, not 5 out, but like 4. I mean, the point guard isn't going to be on the center, so
No, but
it'll be 4 out.
hunting only works if you don't have proper help and rotation.
And I think that's the Bucks' problem. I don't think they have
You think
rotation.
so?
I
Yes.
was watching them. I was
No
watching
one's-
against
no
the
one's-
Nets.
if
They
you're
have no
letting-
rotation.
Correct. If you're letting stars ISO on an island in 2024, you're not trying to win.
But
Like-
the thing
Like
is,
like
but the thing is, to combat that, when every team is switching, you have to play heavy help. And
Yes.
if you're playing heavy help, but everybody could shoot, then it's a wrap. Gilbert Arenas talked about this.
yeah, that's
a while
how
ago.
teams win, but that's because you aren't talented defensively.
Which Dame
Not
is
because you have
talented.
one player that is causing everyone to overhelp. Like,
That. No, I think that is the case.
you know why? Because there's no one who's getting one-on-ones anymore, like as a defender. You can name there's maybe 3 people in the NBA that the team is gonna let them guard a superstar with no help.
But no. But if you have
So
to,
so it doesn't matter. You're helping anyway.
no. But there's levels of help though. You know that.
No.
What?
no,
What?
no.
Come on, man.
Now
There's
we're talking
not
about
levels of help.
rotation.
Paul is right.
Not-
There are levels.
No, not
There's
when you're
levels
talking
of
about rotation. If you're talking about rotation, the rotation is the rotation. I'm not rotating earlier or later. Like if I rotate early
Right.
because you get beat quick, then my team has to rotate quicker. Like that's just
But even
is what
on-
it is.
Even on that, there are levels to rotation. Like I guarantee the Bucks aren't rotating properly.
I know, but that's what I'm
guarantee-
saying. I'm saying like against superstars in the NBA, you're in help and rotation by default anyway. No
But
one
there's-
is guarding superstars one-on-one with except for 3 people in the league. So
But
to
you're
blame
right.
it's the same Dame being a poor defender and therefore the Bucks have to rotate is the reason why they're bad. No, they're bad because they're bad at rotating.
Nah. The
They are
ball,
bad at rotating.
No.
They're bad at rotating. That's
You
their
don't-
problem.
you don't
ball
think
moves
Ja- you don't
faster.
think
Wait,
Ja
quick,
touched him?
Andre, quick. The ball moves faster than the man. So if you have to overhelp in the first place, your rotation is not going to make up for that.
Okay, real quick,
It's not.
not to be long-winded, but just like briefly describe to me what you mean by overhelp because helping is helping.
Look, if
Helping
you,
is helping.
you either rotate. Actually, the rotations, the timing of the rotation, you either rotate early or you start zoning, play like a fake zone on
Yeah.
a player, right?
Yeah.
But when the player in front of them directly is food, it does not matter. You're breaking the plane of the defense. You're going into you got a foot in the paint, or you're just shooting over people. Now everybody else's rotations, we could talk like that's going to make a difference, but it won't make a difference if the team that you're playing against actually has players that can move the ball and shoot.
But my point to that is that's happening with superstars every night, regardless of who you put in front of them. To sit
Not
here and
to
act
the
like there are
level, no,
teams
that's
out there,
true.
to sit here and act like there are teams out here that are like getting a high percentage of stops at the point of attack against superstars is a lie. The scoring averages in the NBA tell us that guys are getting buckets, so it's a moot point, right? These
Well,
guys are getting buckets on every.
nah, but see, you can slow down players though, and that's what the championship
No,
caliber
you
teams
can't.
do.
No, you
The
can't, Paul.
Knicks,
No,
the
you know where
the
defense effectiveness
Celtics.
comes from? No, defense effectiveness comes from your ability to contain everyone else, which is a byproduct of your ability to rotate and be in communication. The stars are cooking regardless. So you telling me that Dame's getting hunted by the superstar, that doesn't matter because that superstar was getting 30 regardless. But if freaking Joey Wells, who I've never heard of, I don't even know if his name is Joey. His name is Jay Wells. If he has 10 points on 3 or 4 shooting 2 or 3 from 3,
Oh, these
why
are real
is
stats you're talking about right now. That's
yes,
real
yes.
players.
Why is that happening? That's not Dame.
I told you why.
That's not Dame. That's because they can't rotate. If Ja felt like he was going to get 21 and a half tonight, it didn't matter who he was playing. He was getting 21 and a half tonight. Outside of Drew Holiday and Alex Caruso.
That's not fully true.
Oh, wait.
Outside of
Just
Drew
really quick.
Holiday and Alex
That's not
Caruso,
fully
he's
true.
getting 20 if he
That's
wants
not
to.
fully true. If you could slow down a superstar even a little bit,
You can't.
but I see it from the championship team. I do see it from the championship level teams.
I'm pulling up the
Bucks
stats for the
are
for the league
supposed to
right
be
now.
in the class of the Celtics, the Knicks, and the Sixers, and they are not because of Dame.
All right. Do you
When
want to
you're
know how
talking
many
about
people?
applying
Do
to
you want to know how many
average
people are averaging 30 points in the NBA this year? You know, 30 points used to win you a scoring title, right? In the NBA.
That's a
Do you want to know
fact.
how many people are? You want to know how many people are averaging 30 points this year?
I'm going at least 10.
No, that's not that crazy. 5.
Four
Five.
games.
All right. Name
There are
them.
5. And then at 29, 4 more. 28,
them.
16 more.
It's
Name
4
them.
games.
Jokic, Maxey, AD, Tatum, Anthony Edwards, all averaging over 30. And then right behind them, you got, like I said, 4 players at 29, 3 players at 28, and then you don't drop off of that until you get to 25, which is at 17, Jaylen Brown.
Those
So
scoring
you have
numbers are gonna drop.
16 people averaging over 25 points a game.
That's not gonna last.
And you're telling me, sure, but you're telling me superstars are getting slowed down. No, they're not. They're not.
That's not gonna last.
I mean, it's
They
still
are gonna
early
slow
on.
down, and the numbers will show. That's
It is
those
early
numbers.
on. Those are a little slightly inflated for the beginning.
I can pull up. You want me to pull up last year's what they finished at?
Actually, last year would be a
Yes.
good indicator.
Yes.
Last year, 3 people finished over 30. Still
Okay.
above average in the history
That
of
is
the
above
NBA.
average. That's true.
Okay, and then 28, 27, 27, 27, 27, 26, 26, 26, 26. We didn't get to 25 until 15 with Andy
All right,
Davis.
well, then-
So again,
well, he's got a
14
point
players
then.
averaging over 25 points a game. No one's
He's got a
stopping
point.
superstars, bro. Like this.
On what
That,
percentage?
so what? It's
So
happening.
what?
The
Okay.
buckets are going in. Like
Okay. Okay. Now it doesn't matter.
But Paul, like to your point, Paul, like I understand what you're saying, but it's not like Dame is the only person getting lit up out there. Team, they have like the low. What did Andre say? 119. They give up 119 points.
Yeah.
he's not getting 119 scored on
He
him.
can't
Yeah,
get 100
people are scoring. It's not like people are scoring 50 on Dame, which is easy to believe. Like there's a problem with the Bucks, like we said before, the rotation or just overall defensive scheme because they can't stop anybody. If you got people scoring, like people whose names don't even know, but just shooting mad threes, Dame is not in the game.
Jalen Wells, actually.
Dame is not in the
Jalen.
game for all 48 minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
something's got to give at some point.
Listen, man. Nobody wants to talk about. I talk about.
Scottie Pippen
Damian-
Jr. has
No, I
13
was-
points.
No, I was
saying.
with you.
Why does Scottie Pippen Jr. have 13 points?
Why is it every time I talk about Dame on defense, everybody comes to his defense and want to blame everybody else for the defense?
Who are you?
I'm not.
Hold on.
I'm
hold
not,
on,
but
hold
like-
on. Nobody's,
I think-
nobody's attacking. Can I get it on point, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
So no one's at least I'm not attacking specifically. I agree with you to a point. Pharaoh is very right. We can't just ignore the rotation because the Bucks are bad, like defensively, all around. They're terrible. But to
They
Paul's
can't guard the
point,
pick and roll.
to Paul's point, the point about like it honestly, in a way, Pharaoh, your point kind of fuels Paul's point because these bad rotations are allowing Damian to get exposed the way he is. Yes, he's not getting
But that's not his
119.
fault. You can
It's
win.
not his
Yes,
fault.
it is.
It's not his fault.
You can
but, like-
win with a weak defender if you have defenders out there that can.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I don't think that's true anymore.
I agree with you. But it is like when you're
Can Jamal Murray guard? Can Jamal Murray guard?
He's not as bad as Dame though. There's
Oh,
levels to.
All right.
No, there's levels of bad defense
All
too.
right. All
Dame
Like,
right.
is
there
like
are the
Trae
Currys
Young,
of the
bro.
world, and then there are Dames of the world.
All right, bro.
Look,
Y'all
all I'm
acting
saying-
like Dame, y'all acting like Dame is James Harden from 2017.
No,
He is.
but no,
He's-
Pharaoh. Hold on.
Oh,
The
hold
thing
on.
is,
All I'm
the thing is,
say is this. All I'm gonna say
he's 6'2",
is this.
right? He's 6'2", and he doesn't be put in the effort. He like reserves his energy for offense, which makes sense. He's averaging 28.
No, because Torian Prince is playing 35 minutes. He has to score.
You're not wrong. You're not
So
wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
all
Not
I'm
everyone's a Hercules.
All I'm gonna say is this.
Listen, all I'm saying.
All I'm gonna say is
well,
this.
Paul, you say all that you're saying, and then I'm gonna say all I'm saying.
All right, say it.
All I'm saying is you trade Drew, you bring in Dame. Dame is there last year, he's there this year. They have new players who we say aren't playing good defense, but the common denominator is Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is hold on. He is replacing. Hold on, he's replacing Drew Holiday, who was the third go-to player in the offense. Right? Damian Lillard is still playing with Chris Middleton and Giannis. If Dame was able to play some defense and not shoot 50-foot shots all game, then they will be better. And then everybody else will have to
They
run
lost
away from
a
their
lot
man.
of other players other than Drew Holiday, though.
You said what?
They lost a lot of other players other than Drew Holiday, though, which is
A
my
lot?
point. Yes, they lost their defenders. PJ Tucker gone. Justin Jackson gone. Bryn Forbes gone. Dante DiVincenzo gone. Torrey Craig gone. Pat Connaughton gone. Those were your defenders.
Those
were your two-way guys.
You think these guys right now are so much worse than those guys?
They're garbage.
You say that because of
Garbage.
Dame, though.
They're
Dame
garbage.
is making it look bad because they gotta help Dame too much.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
Yes, they gotta run away from their man and go to whoever
this
Dame
is
is
their
guarding,
roster.
leave
Yo,
somebody open.
This is their roster right now. Okay, the obvious starters: Dame, Brooke, Giannis. Right. On
Right.
top of that, Torian Prince, Gary Trent Jr. You still got Bobby Portis and Pat Connaughton. Cool.
Well, we're not gonna go past Gary Trent Jr. like
who can play defense right there. Right there, those are 4 people who can play defense.
Who?
You name Pat Connaughton in
I know. I just corrected myself. Pat Connaughton's still there.
Bobby Portis, you said, was a 2-way player.
On
Bobby Portis is off the bench, though.
As
He
a
needs to be
wing,
a
as
starter
a
right
wing,
now until Chris
as a
Middleton
wing.
comes back.
But he
As
did
a
say
wing.
he named some bench players too. Torian Prince, hey, I'm not with it. He's not a bad player, defensively or offensively.
We're
I
not
don't
saying
think
he's
he's
bad.
a
He's just not 35 minutes good.
You
Exactly.
don't say that.
Exactly.
Y'all are only
That's-
saying that because of Dame.
No,
Everybody
I'm
looks
saying
worse.
that because
You
it's
have a
facts.
gaping hole in the offense.
I'll make it this
Everybody.
simple. Had they replaced PJ Tucker?
No.
Had they replaced Dante DiVincenzo?
Also, no.
Had they replaced
Jake-
Torrey Craig?
Wait,
There
wait,
it is. There it is. That
What's
was
the
right
name of-
there
what's the rest of the players of the team?
on the Bucks.
Yeah.
Right now, let's use this as a game as an example. They've only played
right.
9, right? They've only played 9 players in this game. Dame, Brooke, Giannis, Torian Prince, Bobby Portis, Pat Connaughton, D. Wright. I know that's not Dorian. He retired man long ago, right? Oh, Delon Wright. I didn't know Delon Wright was still in the league.
Oh, Don, he's pretty
He's
good.
not a
Though.
defender.
And who is this? Andre Jackson Jr.
Who?
versus Torrey
Who is
Craig,
that?
Dante DiVincenzo, Bryn Forbes, and PJ Tucker. Like, come on, bro, stop. Their
I don't
roster
even know if
sucks.
they're good or bad.
Their
I
roster
don't know those
sucks.
players. Those are new players.
Exactly, they suck.
I'm not gonna say they suck just because they don't play defense. Man.
All right, bro. Anyway, moving on. Going to the other end of the Eastern Conference. Do y'all believe what's happening up in Cleveland right now? 5-0. Donovan and Garland. We had a lot to say about the chemistry of Donovan and Garland.
Yeah,
And they both locked in and signed extensions over the summer and said, we're going to do this.
Good for them. Honestly,
How are we feeling?
I think it's working out. I mean, 5-0 start. What's there to say? For real, what's there to say?
Well, we're on a podcast, so hopefully.
Let me say something. Listen, we were talking about because of how actually the last topic goes into the new topic. Because of how bad the Bucks are playing right now, there is a power vacuum in the East, and the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Orlando Magic, quiet as kept, are trying to fill that role. And I don't blame them. Number one, I don't blame them for trying because they should. But number two, we can see how effective they are because all the things that we're talking about, a 5-out or 4-out basketball with a real center, because that's what Jared Allen is. Don't sleep.
Yes.
All right. And Evan Mobley is getting up there, looking like KG more and more every day.
Fact.
The team is very, very complete.
I told y'all his pop-off in the playoffs last year was going to benefit them, Paul.
We
had that explicit conversation that Evan Mobley, those reps, and this year he's averaging 19 and 9 to start the season.
I'm telling he's looking. Am I wrong? He's looking like KG more and more every day, bro.
I want to give a touches from Jared Allen a little bit.
Again?
He should. He's more offensively talented than Jared Allen.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying, like, that's why he looks better, but Jared Allen doesn't get the touches, so now he looks a little worse. But
Jared Allen doesn't need the touches.
No, Jared Allen looks fine. Jared Allen doesn't look bad because Jared Allen was averaging 18 and 11.
Right. His big thing was rebounding and defense.
I wanted to so let me run these stats at you, bro, because the Cavs are cooking, and I want to toss it to Allen.
Then explain the Cavs. I see Jared Allen do that much.
Hold on. I'm gonna make Allen a little sad because I think we got to give credit. Yeah, you know where I'm going. I think we got to give credit to the acquisition of Kenny Atkinson as head coach.
I was gonna say that too. That's exactly
and the spread offense they play. Because let me run y'all the season stats right now so far for the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell, 24-5, 2 steals. Okay. Evan Mobley, 19 and 8, 2 blocks. Jared Allen, 18 and 11, 2 blocks. Darius Garland, 18 and 6 assists. Karis LeVert, 12 points. Ty Jerome, 12 points. They have 6 players averaging double digits right now.
That's fantastic.
A game.
2 big men getting 2 blocks a game. You got
2 big men averaging double doubles on your team.
The Twin Towers working. Twin Towers are working.
What?
Twin Towers are back, bro.
Are you joking?
We haven't seen Twin Towers like this since DeMarcus and AD.
Fact.
Let me say this though, right? I think what we're seeing. First of all, let me say this quick. Going back to my earlier point, right? What was that earlier point? What was I going to say?
This man started going back to my earlier point.
He don't even know, y'all.
What's good with you?
Anyway, let me say what I was going to say.
No one stopped you but you, guy. What you mean?
Look.
I'm clipping it.
The Cavs are one of the teams that kind of they ran it back basically.
Yeah.
And the teams that are running it back that were either elite last year or great or good last year, they're blowing out teams. They're winning games. They're unstoppable because they have the chemistry.
Good point.
So I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? Like I'm genuinely not surprised. But watching the Cavs, I look at them the same as I did last year, man. They're a threat.
It's
a little
different. It's
different,
man. They play different.
I think it's different to me because, like we already mentioned, Kenny Atkinson, coaching still matters, bro. Like
there you go.
That's the last topic
to this topic. Coaching
there's
matters.
a visible, yeah. Good point. JB Bickerstaff is good, but Kenny Atkinson got them playing a whole different offense. It's more free flowing. He's playing through Evan Mobley, which JB Bickerstaff didn't do last year. And
for whatever reason, I don't know why you don't play through the stretch. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Because Donovan Mitchell was in a contract year.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Fair. I understand. But
everybody locked in.
Everybody's locked in. Low key. In a very slow way, Nikola Jokic is a stretch 5. And you can see how well it works to play through that stretch.
Alan, I want to highlight your point because that we don't talk about that enough.
What?
Everyone is signed and locked in, and what that does for team's
great
mentality
point.
and focus. Everyone is signed long term and locked in. That's important. You can't be having a roster full of 1 and 2 year contracts. Everybody's playing for their own money. You can't have it.
And Donovan Mitchell trusts Darius Garland after what he did in the playoffs last year.
Fact.
It's a
Mhm.
fact.
Trust it more. Like Darius Garland was on that close the game against the Knicks.
Exactly.
It wasn't Donovan Mitchell.
Paul, I want you to give to Alan's point, giving Kenny Atkinson credit. Kenny Atkinson is well regarded in this league as an offensive guru. I mean, after what he did with the Nets, he made an all-star out of D'Lo, and they were one of the highest scoring teams in the league that year. Then he went to be an assistant coach for the Warriors, right? Like, you don't just get a job on that bench, right? You got, especially if you have to know offense to be on that coaching staff, right?
That's a fact.
And so, I think it's, we can't just attribute the offensive productivity to the chemistry, that he's bringing offensive expertise. And I think because he has the size, the defense to some degree is kind of taking care of itself. I mean, this is his second time with Jared Allen.
You
Right?
know why?
So,
You know why I say it's not different?
And Karis LeVert also, but
and Karis LeVert, quiet as kept.
You know why I say it's not different though? Let me tell you why it's not different. It's because last year in the playoffs, you saw them go to Evan Mobley more, right? So I think that's continuing now under Kenny Atkinson. What the Cavs do is a lot of. Oh, I remember my point. All right, listen. Dean Wade is starting, right?
I'm unsure, but I'll check.
I think D Wade on the Cavs.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yo, just really quick.
Don't do that.
Miami Heat. That statue, come on.
What did you do?
Y'all are foul.
That was
Y'all
was
are
foul.
foul.
One of you.
Continue, ball.
Jimmy Butler should leave just for that. He said, "This is what I'm gonna do if I win a chip."
He said,
Jimmy Butler ain't getting no statue.
I mean, if he wins the chip, you never know.
Why
But
did I see someone post this morning in the
Yeah, you're right. Dean Wade does start.
he
Dean
starts,
Wade
yeah.
which is crazy.
What's his stats?
On a season?
It's not that crazy.
Yo,
He's the role
wait,
player.
whoa. Hold on. Don't. There's such a thing as a nominal starter. Yes, he starts. He only plays 20 minutes a game. So
But he's a starter.
But
He's a
don't.
nominal.
But this is my point, bro. Starting doesn't mean anything. They're starting guys just to start him, and he's only playing 20 minutes.
He starts for a reason, though, man. It's not like he's just
so that they can
starting just to start.
they can put whoever is the sixth man on the bench. They can pair around.
Exactly.
Which
bro. Like,
has always
come on,
been the
bro.
case in the NBA, though.
Not always, but teams have had success doing
Okay,
it.
true.
Come
You only
on,
supposed to have. You're only
first
supposed to
come
have
on.
one of those, though. You're only supposed to have one of those.
One or two.
You can't.
Especially in the
No.
2000s.
If you have
Especially in the 2000s. In the 2000s, it was worse. They had some scrubs starting on these teams.
that's not true because those guys could defend.
It
Those
was
guys
easy to
could do.
defend when we put up 70 points a game.
Hey, I mean, it's two sides of the same coin, right? Was it easy to defend because of the 70, or was it 70 because they were defending their ass off, right? Like whichever way you want to take it.
Because they could play.
Whichever way you want to take it. But anyway,
But yeah,
that's my response to that point. It's like, yeah, he started, but he's playing 20 minutes. If you play 35 minutes a game, brother, you
need
have
to do
to be.
something.
You have to be
At
the
least
top
get
of
the 10
the
points a
top
game.
of the scouting report, bro. Like you have to be. You're my example. And it's a perfect example from someone they lost. PJ Tucker.
Mhm.
PJ Tucker started and played 35 minutes. No, he did not score a bunch, but when the game ended, you definitely were like, PJ Tucker was out there contributing,
Hitting corner threes, guarding centers,
guarding everyone full
guarding
court,
centers. Come on.
getting
Whoa.
stops, getting blocks, getting steals. Like, if you're gonna be 35 minutes and not score, you have to be PJ Tucker. That's the floor. That's the
PJ Tucker
floor.
would look bad with Dame.
All right, man.
I'm telling
All
you.
right. Moving
Listen,
on.
all I'm saying, I
any
don't
more,
like-
any more points on the Cavs? Any more points on the Cavs?
Yeah, but
They're
on
nice.
the
I
Cavs.
want to see what happens next.
Yo,
on
tell
the
me
Cavs?
if I'm wilding, but
Yeah. Oh no, I was saying on the Cavs, they're running a lot of pick and roll too. At that, they were doing that last year.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I genuinely, I'm not trying to hate on Kenny Atkinson. I genuinely do not see a big difference in this team. Honestly, I think they have great chemistry because they were together last year and they bought in, like you said. They bought
Buying
in.
in is a big thing, though. Buying
It
in
is a
very
big-
big thing.
That right there
That's
is a
like
big
coach's
difference in
job
and of
number
itself.
one is to get buy-in.
Yeah.
No, but you
mean-
you said because of the contracts though.
Right, but who convinced them to sign?
You think Kenny Atkinson convinced them to sign?
I think the coaches are undoubtedly in those conversations.
I don't know about that. I think it depends on
You
the
don't think a
situation.
coach is involved in a free agency?
I think there's
conversation?
influence. It's influence.
kidding?
But even if the coach is not involved,
With the
the coach,
star player?
the
I think-
influence. The
I think
influence is at
Influence,
least
yes,
there.
but not involved. Not all the time. No. Some
With
of these
the
coaches.
star, with a star player, you don't think a coach is involved in a free agency decision with a star player? You don't think I'm going to talk to the person I would have to play for?
But how much does that really help if the player's gonna do what they want to do based on how good the team is and the money offered
I
anyway?
think the coach is way more influential in a free agency conversation other than a GM. The GM is just going to talk numbers with your agent and maybe other moves they might make. The person who has to put it all together and make it work is the coach.
I think on this team, I think on the Cavs, they knew what they had and they both believed. Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell believed already. I think they believe. I think they're confident already. I don't see much of a difference.
We'll never know.
I mean, 5-0 start's a big difference.
Three of those teams were bad teams.
Sure.
You're not wrong. Because two of those teams, the Lakers and Knicks.
Pistons.
Yeah, the last two teams.
Yeah, Pistons and who else they played?
I'm
not saying overreact. I'm just saying, I think you got to give a little bit more respect.
Give him a little love.
It's a little bit, but I understand your point. I don't think it's as ludicrous as some of your other points have been, but I would just like to, give a little shout out to Kenny because I think it's a part of his track record, right? It's not like we're just all of a sudden throwing love on Kenny. Like this is consistent with what he's shown he's been able to do with teams, right? Especially with these players. Like,
yeah, that's a fact. Shout out to Buddy Hield, man.
Hey,
really quick. I was gonna say
those type of players.
I think Evan Mobley kind of low-key reminds me of like a baby AD a little bit, just skill set wise.
Relax.
I see it.
He is nowhere near the defender that Anthony Davis was on the day he was drafted. I'm
saying a baby AD. I'm not saying he's going to be
AD was an Olympian before he played an NBA game. We have to stop.
I see similarities.
Adam, you talking offensively?
Yeah, I see the skill set. I'm talking about specifically skill set. I can see, play style even. I'm not saying he's nowhere good as AD. I'm just saying I can see similarities. I want to check
in with all the people that said Ben Simmons was a baby Bron. Speaking of Ben Simmons, let's do a quick check-in. Alan, how you feeling?
Honestly, not that bad. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. He's doing. I wish he would. I wish he would shoot. But that's it. But as you could expect that from Ben. And I'm not gonna lie, the Nets may not be in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes this year.
That's a problem.
Stay tuned.
That's not good.
I know. I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about it, but I'm just saying they may not be in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes.
They gotta give up.
Hey, they're gonna send Cam home. They're gonna send Cam home.
Thanks. I'm still trying to figure out how my heart feel about it, but the next people, I don't know.
They're gonna do him like Kuminga. They're just gonna put him on the bench and be like, "Listen, I think the lineup works a little better without." And then all of a sudden, he's gonna be getting only 20 minutes a game. Gonna be very confusing.
Wait a second. Hold on.
What's going on here?
What's going on? Hey, hold on. Wait, I'm sorry, Alan. You're not upset? Ben Simmons is averaging a whopping 5, 5, and 5. What's going on?
I'm not.
I love that he always gonna do a little of it all.
I'm not looking for points from Ben Simmons. He's coming in and he's playing really good defense, which is all I needed from him, and he's passing the ball pretty well. There's a lot of other scores.
You're paying him.
It's his last year. He's off the books this year. It is what it is.
No, that ass he owes y'all some time. Like whatever he does right now is just paying back his due.
We get as long as we get that cap space back, I'm good. I don't care.
Honestly, for all the money he took from the Nets, he should be averaging 25, 25, and 25. He's got to relax. He's got to go out in there and do more.
That was never going to be Simmons, though.
Shout out Mikal Bridges.
That was our
Mikal Bridges. Come on, bro.
One other team I want to talk about, selfishly, because I have this bad man on my fantasy team, and the man gave me 90 points the other night.
Who?
Orlando Magic.
Fire song. Come on.
Paulo Banchero averaging to start the season 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Can I ask a question?
What are we thinking?
Can I ask a question before? Why is this man getting treated like Henry Cavill by Warner? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this man not getting the recognition he deserves?
Orlando.
All right, I've been seeing people say that, but like, how is he not getting recognition? What, like, who?
He's never on national TV.
Never. Literally never.
He's never on national TV.
You only see him on random
just-
clips where he's like
it's
posterizing
magic.
somebody, and then they
Exactly. No, exactly. Yeah, exactly. The
But,
Kings
all
are
right, I
on
guess
national
that's-
TV more than the Magic.
Orlando Magic. Come on, it
Who?
don't make no
Who's getting
sense.
some more?
Kings.
That's nasty. But wait, okay, I guess people keep saying that. I'm just like, you mean like people not talking about him? Because I feel like he gets talked
No,
about.
he doesn't
a
get
lot,
any
but
top
word.
billing in any NBA marketing. He
Word.
doesn't get
Fair
televised
enough.
games. Like he's not being regarded by the league as a star or burgeoning star. I mean, think about Memphis was in the play-in for years in Ja's first 3 years, but Memphis was on national TV all the time when he got drafted.
Here's what I don't understand. Paolo literally came into the league, and his very first play was to baptize somebody. Why is he not being marketed? Like, I don't understand.
Thanks.
Listen, man. All I'm gonna say is this: he's a young player. He'll be all right. They are going to be very.
He'll be all right.
He'll be
He'll be all right.
Listen. They are going to the playoffs, and they're not going to be a 6, 7, or 8.
No. They're right up there with the Cavs, fighting
4,
for that spot that Milwaukee's given up.
4-5. No, Orlando's a 4-5.
50.
They might even be a 3-4.
Get that 50.
They might even be a 3-4. Watch that.
Yeah.
No.
Coach Paul said, "Go get 50."
Get that. Go get 50 in the
did go get
playoffs.
50.
I can't draft.
That's
I can't
national
draft top
televised.
threes.
That's nationally televised,
Because
right?
at the end of the day,
That's your national television right there. That's your look.
That's a fact. At the end of the day, top 3 is gonna be because even I think they were in the playoffs last year and no one watched those games.
Because they
okay. Now I agree with y'all because those games are definitely on NBA TV. So
That's all fact. They're not on ESPN, bro. They're on NBA TV,
on
bro.
TNT.
No one's watching those games, bro.
The first round, it was definitely Magic and Cleveland on NBA.
Yeah, it was, and no one
Yeah,
watched
that's
it.
I don't even
No
think
one
we as a
watched it at
podcast
all.
covered them. I think we.
No, we did because there was one game where they really went crazy. And
Oh,
we
that's
had
true.
to
That's
watch
true.
it,
But think about that, though. Think about that. The Cavs and the Magic, 2 teams that have great players, stars and superstars, arguably.
Yeah.
But we knew they weren't winning the chip.
Facts.
There was nothing. So that's why. That's why. So
No,
get that
good point.
50. Get that 50.
But also,
in the
there's also
playoffs.
one
This
more
is for
thing.
years now.
There's one more component to it as to why they're not super nationally televised, like both the teams actually, that we could maybe go back into. It's going to tie into a later discussion we're going to have about NBA numbers as a whole, like maybe on a different episode. But like offensively, those teams are not like outside the 2 superstars. Offensively, like they're not very. I don't know how to explain, but they're not up to par like the other team. Like they're very 2 defensive minded teams. Like I remember
the Cavs,
last year, like for the playoffs, it was like Cavs versus Magic was a defensive showdown. Like that's why they was not going to be on the TNC primetime playoff thing. That's why they put them on NBA TV because it was just mad defense on those games. And Magic are still kind of like that. They have a very defensive team where like Paolo might be like the only like real go-to scorer they have.
No,
and maybe that's just not.
Franz Wagner.
Yeah, he's nice. He's nice,
Yeah.
but he's
last year he was
nice
not,
though. He's not real. That's the thing I think is different about Paulo.
And last year he kind of like regressed a little bit too.
Yeah. Paulo's not young nice anymore. Paulo's officially like
he's
nice.
just nice.
Yeah.
Like the man's averaging 30.
What are his shades?
He's here.
What are his shades?
You think he makes second team? Think he makes second team this year?
Yeah. If he continues playing the way he's playing now, yeah.
That's a good question.
But there's gonna be a lot of shakeup. There's gonna be a lot of shakeup. Like AD's making first team if he keeps playing the way he's playing.
Fact.
Who else? Tatum's making first team. I mean,
it's too early. It's too early. I'm sorry.
It's really early. I gotta.
You could pencil in Luka, Tatum, Jokic, and AD and Giannis. That's the first team.
You can pencil in AD.
Yes.
Yeah,
what?
No, AD.
What?
Come on, man.
If the Lakers keep up, like if the Lakers make second or third seed, AD might be the MVP. I'm not playing with you.
Y'all didn't come down to earth yet,
bro.
Why would I have to?
This is a Knicks fan. This is a fellow Knicks fan. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you
I'm
talking
not talking about you, Andre.
I'm just saying the boy's averaging like 30, like 12 and like 3 blocks.
The boy is crazy.
Come on, man.
You're right.
I'm not going to hold you. The boy is crazy.
It's been 5 games. What are you talking about?
That man definitely older than you.
He's my age. He's our age.
That man definitely older than you.
Nah,
80. Look. If AD makes it, that won't surprise me. But if he makes second team, we shouldn't be shocked either.
He's
It's too
he's
early.
30 and 13.
If he regresses from what he's doing right now.
Yeah, which could very well happen. Look at what he's doing.
But I'm saying if
You know
he
what I
keeps
mean?
up,
Like-
Paul, answer this. If he keeps up this level of play, number one,
Absolutely. He's
yes,
an MVP if he keeps it up like this.
but that's exactly that's what Pharaoh and I
But
said.
we're 5 games in, so we can't pencil him in.
But I'm not penciling him in. I'm just saying if he plays the way
Pharaoh
he's,
did.
all right, fine. Then listen to me. If he plays the way he's playing right now for the whole season, and the Lakers are in that top 3, I was gonna say that boy again. My fault. He's the MVP. He's the MVP.
I agree.
Anyway, because you know whose spot he will be taking, and this will be our final topic for the night.
Be honest.
No, Joel Embiid's spot.
That's a big fact because we need an indictment. This man was scratching his face.
Accusations.
Indictment is crazy.
I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe what I saw, man, with my own eyes.
Is he injured or not?
No.
Bro, I feel like such an idiot. We had this very gracious conversation about the 76ers in our season preview. Me and Andre were saying, like, yo, like, I made all this big argument, like, yo, this is actually great injury insurance because, like, as long as they're both not injured at the same time, like, one can always be there. One can always be there to carry. The first game, bro.
What did I tell you?
The first game, they're both out, Sean.
The first week, bro.
What did I tell you?
I don't think he's played a game yet.
He hasn't.
Oh my God, bro.
This is why I can't go be like Joel's the best player. He's the most complete player. The boy, he doesn't play basketball. There's something wrong with Philly, man. There's something wrong with them that they're doing over there.
Well, we've known that for a decade. We've known that for a decade.
Come on, man. We got to invest. At this point, I know they want to investigate Joel Embiid. Investigate the organization. What kind of witchcraft do they have going on over there? It's not right. It's not right.
Listen, man.
Y'all saw the thing where he said that, like, he may never play, like, back-to-backs again.
That was crazy.
It is crazy, but, like, at this point, like, what do you do? Like, the man's always hurt. Like,
they can't trade him. That's the thing. They can't trade him.
He came into the season. He lost, like, what he said, 25 pounds. He's supposed to be the best shape of his career, but they still gotta treat you with like kid gloves, huh?
If I'm a Sixers fan and I watched you win a gold medal and be fine, and then have 3 months off and be hurt,
He didn't look fine the whole time though.
You played big minutes and you produced and you won, and then 3 months later with rest, you're now hurt to start our season. How does that work? What did you do? what were you doing?
That's a good point, man.
He was doing what he was doing in that video. All right.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna mind my business on that. That sounds like an indictment as well.
It is an indictment. It is an indictment. Alan knows what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Y'all didn't see the video? The video of that man at the free throw line?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I don't watch the video like that. Y'all
Triple H.
Y'all replayed the video and watched it more than once?
No. What?
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, you did. You watched it a couple times.
What's wrong with you, bro?
You watched it a couple times, didn't you?
What's wrong with you?
You wanted to see that man dig.
I thought you didn't watch the video. I know you didn't watch that.
I heard about it. Anyway, what about the Paul George side of things?
Paul George is like a bruised knee, so at least we know he'll be back in like a week or so. You know what I mean?
How did he get a bruised knee in practice?
No, he got it during the preseason game.
Yeah, preseason game. Craziness.
What is he coming back?
Never.
It's a bruised knee, so they usually be like a week, like 2 weeks or so.
Like, it's over, bro. What's going on?
No, but like, all right, if he takes a long time to come back from this could be a sign of like aging and like,
yes,
you know what I mean? Like,
he's only 33. What is he, 33?
Yeah,
I'm gonna get to Maxine point in a second.
We got to do a mental
No
health.
way, Paul George is 34, bro.
I think so.
Nah,
I think
he's
he
might
might
be,
be.
yeah.
34.
Yeah, I think he won.
Oh
like
my
19.
god.
Yeah,
He doesn't look.
He's
He
up
doesn't look
there.
it.
He's not
but
that.
yeah.
He's not
He
as
getting
young.
up there.
It's not even the look. It's like in my memory of like watching Paul George in the league. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've been watching him in the league that long.
Nah,
bro.
because think
Yeah.
about it. He was doing stuff when we were in high school, bro.
No, I know, but like, damn.
We're
Yeah, that's
old,
crazy.
bro.
When you think about it, he was going like
He was going against
toe to toe
Miami
with LeBron.
Bron.
Yeah,
he was going-
exactly.
but he was a baby.
He
Yeah.
was 24.
Man,
That's crazy.
Listen, man, AD is like 31.
Nah, but it feels like it because I feel like I
Yeah.
have images of AD from Kentucky, and that was mad long ago.
That was.
The
That's
math
all
is
through
not
high
math. You
school.
realize that? I know what you're saying, but like the math doesn't make sense
What do you mean?
because that same time that didn't he come in like a year after Paul George or something?
That would mess me up because that doesn't make any sense.
I think he's right.
Yeah,
That doesn't
The
make
year
any
is-
sense.
Paul
I
George
think
is
it was
2011,
2 years. I
right?
think it was 2 years. Because Paul George was
No.
drafted in 2011, I believe.
No way.
and AD is
AD
2012.
was drafted 2013.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
way.
That's a fact.
AD
That's
was
a fact.
2012.
Way.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
a
80 was
fact.
20.
That's a
Oh, no,
fact.
because remember, he didn't play his first year. You're right.
No, 80
2012.
played his first year.
Did he? I thought he was
Yes.
injured.
No, he played.
AD
Oh
was
my
2012.
god. No,
Yeah.
Paul George was 2010.
2010.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
with DeMar DeRozan in them?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I did see a graphic. He's the last player, I think,
Yes, he is.
playing from that
Yes.
class.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
Who?
Paul
After
George
Gordon
is the
Hayward
last. He's the
retired,
last
Mark
player
Rosen is
left.
still in the league. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan was 2009.
He's the last one.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's crazy, bro. That just blew my whole top. That's wild.
Everybody else
okay.
is from like our class and younger. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
crazy, bro. To my point, that me and Alan's point about Maxey, Paul, with those boys gone, Maxey's averaging 32 points.
Of course.
No, not of course, because you
What
said
you
I want to
mean?
see him get a mid-range pull-up. I want to see if he could carry. I said
No,
that boy
no,
had a
no,
whole
no.
season of carrying. He
That
knows
man
how to-
was blacking last year too. Listen, it's too early for me to say it. I need to see him do it in the playoffs. See, here's the thing that we don't talk about enough with the regular
What?
season. In the regular season, you're playing against a lot of bad teams. So when you are playing against a lot of bad teams, all the intricacies of the game and like elevating your game, you don't have to show that. You know what I mean?
Most of the league is mid these days. Most of the league is mid. There's like 6 good teams in the league out of 16. 6 good teams.
Out of 6, you said?
Out of 32, there's like 6 good teams.
30.
30.
30.
Think about
Yeah.
the NFL.
All right, wait,
I am
let's
thinking about
talk about this. Hold on, wait a second.
There's
So
6
you got-
good teams.
Let's start with the East because I think it's easier in the East.
Boston,
Yep,
Cleveland,
yep,
New York,
yep,
Philly.
yep. That's 4. Are we talking about good or contenders?
No, just like a good basketball team.
All right, keep going. The Magic.
Good.
I don't know if I'm ready to call them a good basketball team.
You see, that's
They
what
are.
I'm saying.
They
Last
are.
year they were good.
They are a good basketball
Last
team.
year they were good. If
All
you're
right,
someone,
maybe I'm thinking great, but doesn't have to be a contender. Just like a great
Okay.
basketball team.
okay, well,
Because I was thinking about the Pacers, but I'm like, no, I'm not putting the Pacers in there. Like they're not great.
I'm gonna put
They're
that-
not great. They're not
No,
great.
hold on, wait a second.
They haven't
Wait
had a
second.
great start, but
They just beat the best team in basketball in overtime. We're not going to say they're not great.
No, they're not a great basketball team. I can point out all their flaws.
every team got flaws except for the Celtics.
But yeah, I got great teams in the East. Cleveland.
That
Matter of
was
fact, I
some
might
hate.
even call Cleveland great yet. To be honest, I might honestly just go Boston. I don't even know if I can do Philly, bro.
New York.
Philly
It's not
was-
Philly. Here's
Philly
the great
was
teams
bad.
in the
Philly
NBA
was
right
bad
now.
last year
The
without Joel.
Nuggets, it's the Celtics.
Hold
it's
on.
the
We're
Knicks,
going
the
to East. We're going to
Lakers.
East. I got Boston, New York.
That's it.
That might be the only great team.
And
that-
You see, you're talking about contenders now. You see, you realize that.
I mean, bro, are
Yeah.
the Cavs a great team?
Yeah.
I
Right
mean,
now,
I'm just going off of your words and your logic, right?
You don't have to be a contender, but I want to be like a great basketball team, a really good basketball team.
but not. They don't have to be contenders though, is what you're saying.
Because I don't think you don't have to be like one of the best teams in the league. I'm just saying, like, are you objectively a really, really good basketball team?
Okay, then I got Boston, New York. I have to put Philly in there.
But they were bad last year.
They were bad
They were
last
bad.
They were bad.
Their best player. But
So
when
they're bad. So they're bad.
No, that's not.
You
I don't
haven't
think.
seen-
No,
What was their
category-
seed? What was their seed with the last year that in Joel's MVP year? What was their seed?
3.
last year?
Last year
No,
they
his
were
MVP year.
His MVP year. What was their seed? 3,
I think it was 2 or 3.
and
They
that
were
was
high
with
up.
James Harden.
Yeah.
So Harden gone and beat out. I can't tell if that team's great or not. We haven't seen it.
Wait
We
a
have no idea
second,
what the team looks like.
If your best player is that good, you're not supposed to be any good without him. So him not being there,
But they weren't any good without him.
exactly. So they're doing what this.
don't
I'm not going to
understand.
tell that. against-
Meaning they're not
Well,
a great
if
team.
No,
If we do that's really narrows the list of
right.
are actually good. Like
Okay, but I'm not even
That's
the one
some
bringing that
contenders at
point
that
up.
point.
You're bringing that point up to me. I'm saying objectively, Joel Embiid healthy or not, the current roster, we have not even seen what it looks like with Joel Embiid healthy. So how can we call it a great team? We've never seen it.
Because they added Paul George,
But
So
we
if-
haven't seen it. That doesn't mean anything.
They can't. Are you saying there's a possibility they could get worse than they were last year by adding Paul George and not losing any key players?
I'm saying we don't know. We have literally not
That's
seen them
crazy.
play.
I
How are you
think
gonna
that's
call a
really
team
wild.
great before you've seen them play basketball?
He's right though, Paul.
We haven't seen them play basketball.
No, man. No.
They're great on paper. We can
They're
say
great
that.
on
They're great
paper,
on paper.
yeah.
If they were they great last year?
No.
You're wilding.
How?
They were a 7th seed. They were
No,
in the
they were an
play-in.
8th seed. Actually,
They were in the
no,
play-in. What are you
They
talking
were
about?
like a 3 or 2. They were a 2 seed when their best player was healthy.
That was for 15 games.
It wasn't for 15 games.
was
It was
not a
like
long
for
time.
35. Something
it was
like
So
that.
it was
Just
like
see,
no.
he went down like January.
No,
He went down like
I'm
January.
a boom you on this right now because he missed enough games to miss the cutoff for awards.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
that
right.
was around
Which
January.
means he
January.
missed at least what 65, and he missed more than that. So no way would they play that many games with him.
He didn't miss 65. He missed like 55.
No way, no shot.
He missed like 55. It was
No
like
shot.
I remember
No,
it was
you have to play at least
a
65
5 in
games
the
to be
10 digit
considered.
of that number. It wasn't 60 something.
He
was
No,
not-
Tyrese Halliburton came back when he was almost gonna miss the cutoff. Joel Embiid missed that cutoff, bro.
That cutoff, yeah, but that cutoff was like
65 games.
it was not 65.
Bro, am I
what are you talking
laced?
about, Paul?
Am I
The
laced,
rule.
bro?
He's talking about the rule, Paul. The rule he has to play 65 games, and he didn't get to that. He didn't
You
meet.
sure?
the 65
Wait, hold
games.
on.
No, that's the rule.
Pharaoh's
of
saying he did
game
not meet the 65 game rule.
Needed for I'm looking this up right now because I'm pretty sure it was 50 something.
It was definitely not 50. We had a whole argument on the pod about whether 65 was too high. I don't want to relitigate it at this late point of the pod. We can come back to it and do a correction on Saturday. But I'm not putting Philly
65?
against
Oh, I'm sorry, because we were just talking about him. Paolo Banchero has just been diagnosed with a torn right oblique and was sidelined indefinitely.
Yo,
Crazy.
How bad is that injury? Oblique. That's crazy.
That's like you can't move.
I
4
know,
to
but
6
it's
weeks
like-
minimum.
What's the recovery time? Oh, 4 to 6 weeks. Minimum.
4 to 6 weeks minimum.
That's
Oh,
not
he's
that
gonna get
bad.
reevaluated in 4 to 6
It's
weeks.
probably, hopefully, we're praying it's a minor tear, non-displaced tear, not non-displaced, but not a sever, right? Like just a linear tear. Damn.
Yeah, that sucks.
But to round this out, there are
so we
2 great teams in the East. The Knicks are a great basketball
What about
team, as much as it pains me to say, and the Boston Celtics are a great basketball team.
What about
I
the
can't.
West?
wait a
The
second.
West,
No, he played 39 games last year. Go ahead.
I knew you were gonna not let that go. Regardless, 39 games is not enough for me to say that team is great. It's less than half the year.
That's crazy. But go ahead.
It's less than half the year,
By like 2 games, man.
and then you only be at half the year.
Yeah, if you're that good for half the year, and then your best player goes down, that shows me that you're
We
supposed
can do
to
it by
be great.
vote. Andre Allen, are you putting Philly in as a great basketball team today?
Hell no.
What are we talking about? Great or good? Because
Great. Doesn't have to be a contender, but
A
a
level
great
under
basketball
contender.
team. A
level
level
under
under
contender,
contender,
right?
A great
Right.
basketball team.
okay. I'm gonna say obviously with the best player, I think they're great. Honestly,
All right.
I'm put it like that.
I mean, we're split, so I'll let it go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 great basketball teams in the East. Cool. In the West, Oklahoma, Dallas.
Wait. 3. You're telling me 3? Wait a second. I think those 3 teams are contenders.
All 3 of them.
In the East?
Yeah.
I mean, you could say that. Yeah, sure.
That's fine.
So, but are we? See, this is
Just
what I'm
because
trying to-
the level, but Paul, here's the problem you're having. Just because the level I'm describing would allow a non-contender in, doesn't mean we have to find a team that's a non-contender to fit it in. Like
I understand.
that's the drop off I'm talking about. Like the only great teams we have are the contenders. There's no teams that like aren't quite there yet but are great.
No.
You're either mid or a contender. There's no
I
like
disagree.
teetering contender teams.
I disagree with that.
So Paul's your
In the
point
East?
is it's not that big. It's not that big of a drop off.
Who in the East is teetering on being a contender?
The Cavs.
No, they're not.
Absolutely.
How are they
No,
not?
they're not.
How are they not teetering on being a contender?
That's what I'm saying.
They made it to the second round last year.
That's
How many
last year.
teams-
This year,
Wait,
everyone.
hold on. Wait a second. Only 4 teams get to the conference finals. So just because you made it to the second round doesn't mean that you're not at a level
No. Let me
competitively.
finish. Did you even take the second round to Game 7?
You said what?
Was the second round competitive? No.
Who they play? The Celtics?
The Celtics.
When
And it was
Donovan Mitchell went
They
down?
won against the Celtics.
And it was a smacking. Yeah,
And
but
Donovan Mitchell went down?
But I'm not talking about them
Early?
losing or not. I'm talking about being competitive. A teetering
You
contender.
can't be competitive without your best player.
Hold on, listen. A teetering contender is like the Pacers back with Paul George. Like they couldn't quite get past the Heat, but you were feeling like they were almost there every year.
No. Because that was a time in the NBA where parity was at an all-time low. That's the only reason why the Pacers weren't really a contender. Because
No, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying,
I don't
getting beat in 5 games in the second round. I can't call you a teetering contender.
When your best player goes down, and that's why. Yes, I'm saying. Yeah.
But that point defeats your point because then I'm always gonna stand on we didn't see it. If Donovan Mitchell played and that series went 6 or 7, then I would agree with you. But he didn't play, so we don't know. So we can't just be throwing great team on some of these teams, bro. The Cavs are not a great team.
They don't have to be a great team, but we can. I think we should be able to agree that they're teetering on being a contender that could be great.
No,
why not? Explain to me
what
why.
evidence do we have for that? 5-0. I was giving them credit for a great start. I'm not ready to start calling them a teetering contender.
If they continue playing the way they are right
now.
If
they continue, yes.
Can you agree with that?
If we get more evidence, yes. I'm talking about right now in the league.
Okay.
You
I can
me
accept that.
How many great teams there are in the East? The only 3 great teams are the 3 contenders. There is no teetering contender in the East today.
You know why
I'm sorry, because I might have missed. Who did we agree as number 3? Because I would still have Philly.
2. I let Philly in because half of our.
Get the hell out of here! What are we talking about?
I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste time, bro. It was a split vote. It was a split. Yeah, it was a split vote. I put Philly in. Those 3 are
the whole crux of the argument. I don't know. The thing is like that we're not going to get past here is that whether you agree that they're teetering contenders or not, the operative word here is mid. Like Rose said that those teams are mid, and like Paul, you're basically arguing that they're not. That's what we got to find like the common ground for, basically.
My overall point was the whole league. We've been stuck in the East. We didn't even get to the West yet, where there's only 2 great teams.
No, so clearly you think there's a drop off between. Like,
no, 3. There's 3 great teams in the East. Yeah, there's 3. There's 3 great teams in the East Conference. There's 6 great teams in the NBA, which is what I said.
The East is
I'm sorry. Can you go back for 1 second? Who are because I got 4 in the West actually.
You're gassing someone. I have a guess of who it is.
Hey, what are you saying, Alan?
I'm just saying, like, so the thing here is basically Farrell thinks there's a huge drop off between if we're just sticking in the Eastern Conference and let's just add Philly for the sake of argument. He says there's a huge drop off between Philly and the next team after that. There is some big drop off in between. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure if he's wrong. But I don't know because I don't know.
No, there isn't. No, I don't agree with that.
Who are you jacking? The Cavs, who got
Listen.
almost swept in the second round. The Pacers, like,
But that's his point of saying like all these other
Pacers-
teams are mid. There might be only 3.
I mean,
or
the
6
Pacers-
good
the
teams.
Pacers-
Can we get out of the East? We've been in the East for 15 minutes.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
Can I name the West? Because I got them.
Who's your 4? OKC,
OKC,
Uh-huh.
Dallas,
Denver,
Minnesota.
Denver.
Denver's not a great team no more, bro. What did they do last year?
Denver's not a good
Denver's
team.
not
no
a
more.
great team.
I can't.
bro.
Not a great
I
team.
can't.
They got the
What
best
happened
Right
last
now,
year,
right now,
bro?
right now.
They have
What
the best
happened
player
last
in
year? They
basketball.
went out in the second round.
They have the best player in basketball. What are we talking about?
Who
You know what I
cares?
think? You know where my
Who cares?
disagreement?
Who cares?
Hold on. You know what my disagreement, but where we disagree, Pharaoh? I think you look at what happens and then try to fit your narrative
The
around
reality to what we observe.
No, it's not. It's not
The
reality. It's,
I
you're
form
saying
my opinion
just
based on
because-
what we see happen.
no,
Yes.
no. You're forming it based off of
Yo, this
results.
guy's a gaslighter.
Come on, man.
It's crazy,
No,
bro.
Listen,
crazy.
listen. He could.
That's insane.
No.
What-
Look, you're looking at the results
yes.
and saying there without the context and saying therefore this must be if you're in the second round and get eliminated, no matter how competitive it is or who you played, you
I
must be
distinctly
mid.
said the competitiveness of the round matters. And yes, the Minnesota Dallas series was fairly competitive. I maybe we can let Denver in, but their roster this year is the starters they lost. The starters they
It's looking
lost.
spooky for Denver. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
the starters they lost, I can't jack it. Because to your point, Paul, that last year's team was a great team. That's not this team anymore. They lost
I
3
agree with
starters.
that. I
They
agree
lost
with
3
that.
starters. So I'm not calling this new roster great.
What I will say, Westbrook got to retire if they don't figure it out.
Fact.
No,
So
it's not-
Andre, you put the Nuggets in, but this is not the Nuggets from last year.
I'm
So I
sorry.
can't
sorry.
call this
I'm
new Nuggets great. So again, to my overall point, there are 6 great teams in the NBA.
Well, then wait a second.
Every-
Then you can't,
Everyone
how are
else
you
is
gonna say-
mid.
Wait a second. Wait. If we're going with the new standard, how are we going to call the Minnesota Timberwolves great? We don't have enough.
Ooh, but you know what? That's a
Fair
We don't have
very,
enough.
very
They just
strong
went through a
point.
whole-
I'm
they just
taking
went through a whole
Minnesota
redesign.
out. You're absolutely right. I'm
I
taking
name
Minnesota
mine?
out.
Can
So
I name?
there's 5.
Hold on. You want? I'm gonna name the
I don't
teams
even
that-
have. There's 4.
Hold on. I'm gonna name the teams that I think
out of here.
because
High key, there's 4, bro.
listen.
Get them out of here, bro.
High
What are
key,
you
there's
talking
4,
about?
bro.
Hold on, I'm gonna get y'all tight right now. I'm naming the
Do
teams
it.
that I'm looking at the standings right now. Look,
I don't care.
East and West: Cavs, Celtics, Magic, Knicks, Heat, Pacers. That's 6.
Heat?
And
The Heat?
Philly. Yes, I got those 7 teams
As what?
as not.
what?
Yes,
As what? As what?
as
Wipe
great.
your nose.
Those are great teams.
Yes.
Paul.
Yes, because they are not. If we are
Paul?
talking about a level under contender, there is
Paul?
a plethora of teams in the East.
Do you need a tissue?
Hold on, there's a plethora of teams
Do
in
you
the
need a
East
tissue, guys?
that are competitive at that level.
You need to
That
wipe
might
your
not be
nose on me.
contenders. We have to be specific here.
Yo,
Okay.
And then in the
because-
West,
If you
And then in the
being that
West-
specific, I don't disagree with you. That's very specific what you say.
like no, but I mean, look, if we're talking about a level under contender, we can't be that. We can't narrow it down to the contenders.
Paul,
This is why I'm confused. Like, every time we
this is
talk
what you're
about
doing.
it-
Paul, this is what
And
you're
then in the
doing.
West, I got
Paul.
the Thunder, the Warriors, the Mavericks, the
Can I tell
Lakers,
you what
the
you just did?
Timberwolves.
Oh, can I tell you what you just did? What
That's
you're
12
doing,
teams.
No, Paul. what
Now
you're
we're talking
doing-
about legacy teams.
Listen, I'm gonna explain exactly what Paul's doing.
I'm not.
Paul is looking at when I say the level under contender, and he's applying that to the league and saying what are the teams that are the level below the contenders. But
Right
that's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing from an objective basis of objectively, is this team's quality slightly below being a contender? Not in the hierarchy of the league does
Yes.
this team fall below the contenders, but not trash. I'm saying the category I'm describing is vacant. There's no teams in it.
But
because-
hold on. Wait a second, because that's weird though. Because then at that point, the team that wins the chip, depending on the state of the league, might not even be in that level.
That's very possible. That's
See,
very
that-
possible.
What kind
And
of
that-
conversation is this, man?
It's a conversation about the quality of the league and how bad it is.
About?
It's a conversation about the quality of the league and how bad it is. You've now arrived at what I'm
I don't
trying
think the
to,
league is
and what I'm
bad. I
trying
don't
to
think the
really
league is
say.
bad.
There's a lot of bad teams in the NBA.
I
A lot of
disagree.
bad basketball teams in the
Disagree.
National Basketball Association.
I think we saw a lot of those teams back in the 2010s when the Miami Heat I think now we see a lot. When you watch the NBA right now,
Yeah,
the games are more competitive now than back in the day, and I think that's a
Which
measure.
which back in the day?
No, but hold on,
The
but hold on, but
2010s.
hold on.
Okay.
To your argument that you made today and on other podcasts, despite the competitiveness of these games, do you think outside of who we know, there's any real threat to the championship? No.
Wait, say
There's
that
no
again?
outside of the established contenders. Do you
Yeah.
think there's any threats to the championship?
The
No.
established contenders.
No. The four teams that we believe are probably going to compete for a championship at the end of the day, right? When it's New York and Boston, and probably OKC and Dallas at this point, because we don't know what Minnesota's going to be. Outside of those four teams, what team do you really think has a chance to sneak in today?
I mean, right now,
Like not predicting. Like today, you feel like the way I'm watching them play today, damn, that team might be one of the Final Four.
the Cavs and the Pacers in the East.
That's predicting.
No,
That's predicting.
Why are you saying that? Why do you say that?
Because you can't tell me you're looking at the Cavs and believe you are seeing anything of the quality of the Celtics or Knicks.
But then they would be contenders, though, would they not? If you're talking
That's what I was
about,
gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. I was
If
saying, but
you're-
that means they're contenders.
No, because
as
you're
well.
acting like contender is like a designation that speaks to your level, your ability to compete with the other. Like I'm like,
yeah,
like no. I'm saying like you can be better than a team, right? Like if you are, just because I am approaching being as good as a contender doesn't make me a contender. It means I'm getting close. But if that contender is definitively better, that's what makes them a contender. When we match them against every other team, we say definitively this team is better. I'm saying there's no one even approaching.
I disagree.
No, I can't say even approaching. That's crazy.
Who's approaching?
I named the two.
There are two teams that are approaching currently.
Who?
Number one, Timberwolves, I think, will be approaching.
We don't know what they are. To your point, I would have said so. But your point was very strong. That's a whole new team.
No, it is a whole new team. That being said, with this whole new team, whole new identity, that's honestly just wrapped around Anthony Edwards.
We're
I think
predicting.
we're gonna see.
You guys are predicting.
I am predicting. You're right.
We're at the start of a new season. Let's imagine the season hadn't started yet. Because the fact that there's 5 games,
and all we could do is predict.
No, but here's what I'm saying. No, you wouldn't be predicting. You would go off what you saw last, right? If I asked you whether a team was great or not, you have to talk to me about what you saw last.
Season?
So wait, quick.
You're letting the 5 games that have been played let you describe what this team is as a whole when we don't know yet, which is what Paul keeps telling Laker fans, right? It's only been 5 games. So I can't designate whether a team is great or not based on their only 5 games. I have to go back to last year.
What would you have said about the Knicks then, before the season started? Then new team. The Knicks.
Great team. You know why I don't harp on them for their change? They did lose DiVincenzo.
That's what I'm trying to say. And they
get the Knicks out of here too. Get the Knicks out of here too.
You see? You see? Now we gotta talk nonsense now. Let's go, Knicks, man. Come on,
get the Knicks out of here too. Get the Knicks out of here too. I mean, no, but this is part of the again with the narrative about the league, right? This is a byproduct of all the jumping around. With all the jumping around, every year we don't know what these teams are because it's all new teams again, which is why I be saying there's mad mid teams. There's not a lot of teams that put years in together. The closest team to that, to your point, is the Cavs because they are running it back and they look good. So for the sake of my argument, I'll give you the Cavs. I'll give you. It defeats a lot of my rules, but I'll give you only because they're running it back.
I think the competitive teams kept it together and have been keeping it together for at least 3 years.
Yo, but here's my thing. If
the most part.
everyone 3 through 8 is mid, of course they're all going to compete. That doesn't make them not mid because they're all competing with each other. They're all mid. So that's what you have to now tell me why. You can't give me they're competing argument because if they're all mid, of course they're all competing. In fact, I honestly think that's a greater sign of parity sometimes. If everyone's record is the same, you all suck.
Nah, man.
I don't know what that means.
Not all the time.
Not
all the time.
I think
Sometimes
we're belaboring the point. I kind of want to leave it off here because we do got to.
I do too. That's my final word on it. Like in my league, I want to see like regression. I want to see like really good records, pretty good records, average records, and bad. If there are amazing records and then a bunch of average records, all you suck.
Nah,
like why aren't any of you having
crazy.
pretty good records? Like why is it 60 wins and then everyone else has 45?
I think what you want
like
is
no
unattainable.
one had 50 wins, no one had 52 wins. Like
what you want is unattainable.
No, it's not. We
Yes,
used to see that all the time.
No, what we used to see is contenders and then trash. That's what we used to see.
Isn't that
LeBron and them had a
Isn't that what he's talking about, Paul? Isn't that what he's asking for? Contenders and trash?
No, he said he wants contenders, then really good teams, then average teams, then trash.
No, we used to have that tier actually.
No,
it would be, yes, we did. It would be like the Lakers and the Spurs.
Watch this. Here's what I'm gonna point out right now, right? So look, top 3 seeds 64, 50, 49. 64, you're demolishing, right? The fact that the 3 through 7th seed was 48, 47, 47, 47. Mid
last year.
Yeah, mid.
That's not mid. That's almost 50.
No, but that's mid because that's mid.
That's almost 50.
It's mid. 40, 48, 47, 47, 47. And then the 9th seed for the play-in or the 8th seed was 46. Right? That means the whole bottom of the conference was the goddamn same. There was no one that was taking a step above. Yes, but that's my point. There was no one that was trying to separate themselves to get close to contenders. It's the contenders up here, and then all of y'all are just the same damn team.
I mean, they were trying, but just listen. The thing is, and this is what we got to realize. And this might be a bigger conversation, but the biggest problem, and it's also the same reason I don't want to go into viewership, but this is where we're going to go. The NBA has become incredibly formulaic.
The West was better. No, you're right, though. I like that point.
This is where the NBA is formulaic. Teams are building around the same formula to try to aim success and is producing the same results. And the only teams that are able to rise above are not just only able to understand the formula, but are able to manipulate it in their ways. Like the Boston Celtics manipulating the formula to get two players who are deemed injury prone or on the outskirts of their primes or whatever. At the same time, that puts them out. That gives them the ability to be a 4 to 5 out team while also having truly elite defenders at the 1 and the 5.
Andre, to your point, Andre, it's the whole purpose of the play-in.
Correct.
So that 4 mid teams could have a mid-off.
Correct.
to get into the playoffs.
One of them mid teams got to the finals, though. So what do you got to say about that?
That's cool. That doesn't make them not mid, bro.
You're mid.
Man,
the West is actually perfect for it, right? First,
actually, to your point, what happened to that mid team when they actually came up against someone that was not actually mid like them?
Smacked.
They got smacked the hell around.
Smacked because they didn't belong.
Mollywopped.
They let a mid team get to the finals because they played a bunch of other mid teams.
Kicked in the pants, man. Come on.
I don't think it's that league though. But I will say, I don't think that's why the viewership numbers are going down.
No, we're gonna get to that. But I just from my perspective, it's a problem. And the final point,
consideration.
You know what I think the problem is?
No.
All right.
I'm sorry.
We'll talk about it on Saturday. Let me just leave out. Let me just leave out with the standings in the West that we're fully covered. Right, the West is perfect because when I say the team names, y'all are all gonna agree these are a bunch of mid teams, right? So the top 3 seeds, which we all agree were good, OKC, Denver, Minnesota, right? 57, 57, 56. They were competing amongst themselves for the first 3 seeds all year. We remember that, right?
That's a fact.
West was
Right?
weaker than the East.
Right. No, but listen, right? The next 2 teams were what I'm talking about, right? 51-50 wins, LA and Dallas. They were slightly above the mid, and so they secured playoff spots, but they weren't contenders. The rest of the standings is mid.
Wait, you said Dallas?
Yes.
The team that got to the finals?
Did you hear what I just said about them?
They were slightly above mid.
Yeah, and they competed, yeah, but that makes I didn't say slightly above mid. I said they were slightly below contender, and they made a run, which is what that part, the 4-5, that's what those seasons supposed to be. Teams that like weren't contenders, but sneaky might make a run.
All the teams I named could make that run in the East.
Hold on, stop. Let me just finish the thing.
Go ahead.
Because then after that, when you get into play-in status teams, mid, Phoenix, LA, New Orleans, Sacramento, Golden State, mid.
I think some of those teams were trash.
6 straight, sure, but that to my point more, 6 straight teams. The whole back end of the playoffs is mid to trash.
That's a worse league. See, that's why the East West was weaker though. That's why the East playoffs were better last year.
To agree, but to a degree, because again, in that 4 or 5 spot, no one thought that Cleveland or Orlando were making a run. Not a soul.
True.
I don't think anybody thought that about
Dallas. No, yes, they did. Yes, they did. They absolutely did. They absolutely did. We talked about it on this pod.
Yeah, that's us. I don't think anybody else.
Anyway, that's my point. In the West, you at least had 2 teams in the category I'm talking about last year. In the East, you did not. The 4 or 5 seed had no shot, no chance in hell. And that's a bad league. If you're 4 or 5 seeds, don't even have a chance to push the top 3 seeds. That's a bad league. Period. We'll pick this back up.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I think I go back to the injuries with the Celtics, man. Sure. We don't know, as you say. We got to project.
Sure.
So we can project the losing.
Donovan Mitchell was healthy when the season ended, and no one was giving Cleveland a run. So.
Right, but wasn't the first game competitive? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't want to get in the weeds. We gave them 90 minutes already on a Thursday. I think they're good. Tap back in on Saturday. We are gonna expand this point about the state of the league, and talk about a lot of the other factors that are going into it, and really have a viewership conversation. But a lot of y'all is mid.
Sheesh.
As always, thank you for picking us and joining us on this audio adventure. This is Fast Breaks Season 2. We out.
Peace.
Light it up.
Come on. It's Fast Breaks. Listen. We back with another one.
Fast breaks, yeah, we coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights, man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands, we run 3-man weeks, Paul, Dre, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan, we got love for the game, we don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break, throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break, throw me the outlet.